The king of cakes. Chopper for the win.
G'day guys, welcome back to Cakes by Chopper. Today we have the Kawaii watermelon cake toppers. What you're going to need is a paintbrush, some water, a fondant roller, assorted colours of fondant and some food dye. You're going to roll out your dark green fondant and then a light green fondant as well, and then a layer of yellow. And you need these quite thin because we're going to stick them together with a little bit of water on a paper towel, making sure there's no air bubbles caught in between. Lay them on top of each other and give them a pat down. Repeat this process going from darkest to lightest. Then you can roll it out and flatten it a little bit more. Take a ball of red fondant and you're going to manipulate that into a lemon wedge shape, and then you're going to slice off the back end. I find this gives you a nice straight line and you don't have any wrinkles for air bubbling or anything to catch up underneath. Smooth out the edges, and you can do this whichever way you please. Just try not to warp the shape too much and keep that on a pretty much right angle. To get the back skin, I traced the edge on one side and then started it all over again and repeated on the other side, and that gives me the perfect shape that's going to fit onto the bottom when I attach the skin to the watermelon. Once that's done, you can cut it out, and then be careful not to pull the edges too far because this can stretch the skin a little bit. I did that, and you see I have to fix it up in a little bit. You're going to lightly brush that with a bit of water as well, and then adhere it to the back of your watermelon, smoothing it out nice and gentle, making sure the tips touch at either side. If you have a little bit of overhang, you can just smooth that down with your fondant roller and it becomes flush with the watermelon. The next step, you're going to roll tiny little seeds to place on the top. I made sure these were quite sticky and placed them in random patterns all over the watermelon, and then I used a fondant tool to flatten them out a little bit just so they're a bit bigger and they adhere better. Your next step is to roll out 2 little balls of fondant for his eyes. You don't want to do them too big. I tried these twice and the first ones I made were too big, but these second ones were the right size for my watermelon. Use a little bit of water to adhere them on and you can flatten them out a bit. The next step is to put 2 little dots to give him eye reflections and then paint on the smiley face. I've done 2 variations of this smile. You'll see it at the end of the video. It's up to you what facial expression you give him. Now dust on a little bit of petal dust that I've used a light blue shimmer, so when it turns you'll see it change colour and it's there 1 minute and it's not the next. It's quite reflective. And there you go, you have your Kawaii watermelon cake toppers. I put them on top of the colour changing cake, so if you want to check that out, click here. You can also check out my Deadpool, Tweety and stackable panda cakes. Thanks so much for watching guys, and I'll catch you next time.